This is Introduction for Group 10 in the Module 4 assignment. Our group has chosen the word Product Innovation. Zhang will discuss why product innovation is important to business. Yawen will discuss 5 types of innovative failures and provide several examples. Taylor will discuss the earliest types of product innovation, such as a post-it note. Kayla will discuss whether or not product innovation is really necessary for a business to succeed. Ernest will discuss product innovation that was released before the market was ready.
Hi, I'm Jung from Group 10. Our group picked product innovation as our topic, and I will talk about how important of product innovation to a business. Since I read an article called Why Business Innovation is Important in Queens Island Government website. Firstly, product innovation can help the company discover what opportunities exist now or are likely to emerge in the future. Successful business not only respond to their current customer or organizational needs, but often anticipate future trends and develop an idea, product, or service that allow them to meet this future demand rapidly and effectively. Additionally, innovation is not only about designing a new product or service to sell, but can also focus on existing product, but to improve efficiency, find new customers, cut down on waste, and increases profits. Thirdly, customers often see innovation as something that adds value to a company or to its product. Used properly, innovation can give you commercial advantage, especially in saturated or rapidly shifting markets. For example, Apple's September 9 event with cool new products and features by launching new iPhone 6s and iPhone 6c. It's still iPhone, but it developed a lot. The iPhone 6s camera finally got a huge upgrade with a 12-megapixel iSight camera and a 2-tone flash. Also, Apple's iPhone 6s and 6s Plus are powered by the A9 64-bit processor, which boosts a new transistor architecture for better energy efficiency. Although its design stays the same, but this product innovation still attracts a lot of reviews and people who will wait to buy this phone on 12th this month. What's more, launch new iPhone already become one of the strategy for Apple company. Not only good for development of Apple company, but also increase the profits.
Ewan from Group 10. My attempt today is to talk about 5 significant types of innovation failure. First are the opportunity or markets we simply don't notice. For instance, Sony, one of the leaders in portable music equipment and in recording. Why didn't Sony create iTunes concept? It would seem that they had all the strengths in the field, but they failed to see the opportunity. Second, it is also a failure to notice a new market or opportunity and choose to ignore the opportunity, waiting for someone else to take the lead. This failure is based on lack of strategy. Third, talking about the innovation but not doing it is a failure. Fourth, trying to create something new but failing in the attempt. These failures are the failure of timing or a failure of understanding the needs and wants of the marketplaces. Last type is products or service that fail in the marketplace. Zune, first released in November 2006, the Zune was Microsoft's Me-Too answer to the iPod, while it has some nifty product features that Apple lacked, like sharing music from player to player. The Zune, despite an expensive marketing effort by Microsoft, never really caught on. Why did it fail? On a design level, the Zune lacked of style. The Zune seemed clunky in the comparison with Apple. Perhaps more importantly, though, the Zune could not be used with Apple's iTunes program, and even more dominant products in its market than the iPod. By integrating the music experience, Apple creates strong disincentive to any competitor that just could not be overcome. The reason of the failure is because Microsoft failed to find its marketplace. As a consequence, Microsoft ended up retiring the product prematurely. As long as we understand the root cause and the type of failure, we can enter projects with appropriate expectation and awareness.
Hi, my name is Kayla Crawford, and for Module 4, I will be discussing an article from Forbes.com titled, "Is Product Innovation Really Necessary?" Innovation is known to be a crucial part of any business, and most would say that a company cannot continue to grow if it doesn't innovate new products and services continuously. Fresh product ideas can be the most valuable part of any business. That being said, as crucial as innovation is to being a successful corporation, there are instances where long-standing products are simply a fan favorite. If these products were to change, it could actually end up hurting the company. A great example from the article is the Big Mac at McDonald's. The Big Mac was officially put on the menus in 1968 and has since been a staple. McDonald's is known for this signature burger, and it is served globally. Menus and packaging may have changed over the years, but the Big Mac has remained the same. And if McDonald's were to change this in any way, it could significantly hurt their sales. This is a situation where they don't need innovation to stay a success. McDonald's has and probably will in the future stay a family favorite. Another example I'd like to share from the article is when Coca-Cola introduced the new formula in 1985. Coke had always been a household favorite, but in the 1980s, competition with Pepsi caused their sales and market shares to decrease. So in attempts to reverse the dip in sales, they went full force with their product innovation, and the new CEO thought it was time for a change. They spent millions of dollars, and finally the new Coke formula was created and put on the shelves. This response was very negative, and people just weren't happy. This product had been the same for over a century, so they got complaints, letters, protests, and lawsuits over this new formula. Not only did everybody love the taste, but it was sort of a sentimental value as well. This is a prime example of when product innovation just went wrong. As soon as they put the original back on the shelves, sales soared and were higher than ever.
Hi, my name is Taylor Shriver. I am in Group 10 in the class of Principles of Management. My group has chosen to do our presentation on product innovation. In my video, I am going to discuss some of the earliest examples of product innovation. According to Business Dictionary, product innovation is a development and market introduction of a new, redesigned, or substantially improved good or service. When one thinks of the word product innovation, many think new, complex, and interesting products and inventions. But what about the ordinary day-to-day products that many of us use? Some of us use these day-to-day products, and they are the biggest product innovations of all time. Let's go back to some of the earliest examples of product innovation. CNN wrote an article called "The Hallelujah Moment Behind the Invention of the Post-it Note." The story dates all the way back to 1968. Spencer Silver was a chemist, attempting to create a better adhesive. He was able to invent a sort of adhesive that maintained its sticky factor while being able to be easily removed from an item it may be attached to. For a while, Silver was unable to find a good use for this revolutionary adhesive he had created. That was until a man named Art Fry came along. The idea came to Fry during a Wednesday night church choir practice. He would bookmark places in his choir book with pieces of paper, only to find that they would fall out and he would lose his place. He thought of the idea of a bookmark that would stick to the pages but also be able to be removed easily without damaging the pages of his hymnal. In 1980, the team came together and put the idea into practice. The Post-it note was the result of this revolutionary product innovation by Silver and Fry. Silver claims that the Post-it note was a product that nobody thought they needed until they did. Since then, the Post-it note has been embedded in business and simple everyday life. Product innovation is a huge part of our launch into the future. Thanks to men like Silver and Fry, there have been millions of innovations, both large and small. My sources for this presentation were CNN.com, where I referenced an article by Nick Glass and Tim Hume, and businessdictionary.com.
My name's Ernie Doss. I'm with Group 10 and Management 3000, and this week our group has picked the term or the phrase product innovation. And what first came to mind when I heard that was to talk about products that just quite never made it to the market, or never made it in the market. And the one that comes to mind to me most often is IBM Simon. It was really the world's first smartphone. IBM called it a personal communicator. It was released by Bell South on their network. It was first shown at a computer convention in 1992. It wasn't available to the market until '94, and actually only stayed on the market about 6 months. Couple of things about it: it was about 8.5 inches long, about 2.5 inches wide, about 1.5 inches thick. It was very heavy. The battery only lasted an hour. It was a combination cell phone and fax machine and PDA, and played a few games. Even had a touch screen. It was black and white, and it was really expensive. At a 2-year contract, you could get it for about $900. And eventually, right in the end, before they quit selling them, they got down to in the $600 range for about a 2-year contract. It was just one of those things that the American consumer wasn't ready for at that time. Other phones were coming out. Flip phones were just starting to come out. They were more popular. Folks really weren't using cell phones for anything other than communications. And so texting hadn't started. Much less internet browsers. It didn't even have a browser on it. It wasn't capable of browsing the internet. But back in the early '90s, most folks didn't do that to begin with. So it's kind of interesting today as we move on that many folks are moving away from a traditional computer and actually doing most of their computing on their smartphone. So Simon is a little over 20 years old and the grandfather of all of our smartphones. Thank you.